Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your tarot forecast for December 2025. Now, the timestamp for your reading is below if you'd like to just jump right in. All right. I also post weekly astrology updates for your sign, and I offer private readings if you're looking for something more personal. If that sounds like your vibe, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything here. As always, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and save this video to check back in throughout the month here. Sometimes things land differently when you come back with those nice fresh eyes. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. So the energy you're bringing into December is the Hermit card. Now, you're stepping into December with the quiet wisdom that comes from going inward. Whether this, is a retreat, or this retreat, not a retreat, sorry. Whether this retreat has been intentional or just a natural response to overwhelm, you've been doing some deep reflection. Now, the Hermit does suggest that you've been asking like the bigger questions about your path, your purpose, or your place in the lives of others. Now, as you move into a new month, it's not about rushing out of solitude, but rather, bringing the clarity you've gained back into your relationships and choices here. Now, the main theme of the month, you do have the Temperance card. Now, this month is about balance, integration, and patience. You're being asked to blend what you've learned in private with what's happening in like the real world. Now, Temperance isn't about being passive. It's about, learning how to move in harmony with your emotional and mental landscape. So don't be surprised if December brings you moments of like tension that, invite you to slow down, to pause, and find that middle ground instead of reacting right away. So progress is happening, even if it's like quiet. All right. So for the challenge to work through, you do have the Lovers card. Now, there may be an important decision on the table or something from the past that, still pulling at emotional energy here. Now, the Lovers isn't just about like relationships, though they could definitely be a part of this. It's also about like alignment, all right? So you might feel caught between like two paths, two people, or even two versions of yourself. So this month could bring up emotional clarity that's, long overdue, but only if you're willing to like stop trying to fix things that are no longer meant for you. So sometimes choosing yourself means, walking away. Then you have the opportunity to embrace, which is the Magician card. Now you have everything you need. The Magician reminds you, of your inner power. And in this month, it offers like a chance to like step into it, not from like ego, but from, intention, whether you're being, whether you're beginning something new or simply reclaiming a sense of like direction, you're being encouraged to take ownership of your next move. Use what you've learned, speak clearly, and don't shrink because, just to keep the peace. So again, don't shrink just to keep the peace. You're allowed to take up that space, as much space as you want, Aquarius, all right? Especially when you're acting from, your truth here. Then you have the guidance for moving forward, the Queen of Swords. Now this is like the month to lead with like clarity and self-respect. The Queen of Swords invites you to cut through the noise of, especially when it comes to like old patterns, draining conversations or even confusing dynamics here. Let your boundaries like be clear, but just remember not to be like cold about it. You can speak honestly, but don't like abandon, compassion in the process. All right. Even though you might want to, let's not do that. Now, you don't have to be harsh to be clear. The energy, supports you making wise, emotional, intellectual decisions that honor both your needs and your growth here with the Queen of Cups. Now, your oracle message is the Haunted House, and that says the things that haunt you are the things you have yet to let go of. Now, This message hits a little deeper, a little deep, especially with the haunted house. It's spooky, spooky. But either way, there may be something or someone from your past that's still taking up space in your energy. Yeah, I know. It could be, a relationship that keeps resurfacing, a situation where you feel like stuck or undervalued, or even a story you're telling yourself about what you should tolerate. Now, the haunted house card says you're not responsible for fixing everyone. Let me say that again. You are not responsible for fixing everyone. You are responsible for freeing yourself. So you might be clinging to something out of loyalty or habit, but it's keeping you in this cycle, a cycle that no longer serves you. The exit has always been there, but this month you might feel you can finally be ready to walk through it. All right. So choosing yourself, look, Aquarius, choosing yourself doesn't make you unkind. It makes you honest, and honesty is healing. All right. Now, Aquarius, in December, this month is of, realignment, emotional maturity, and reclaiming your power. You're not meant to carry the past forever. Let what's no longer, truly fall away, so that the clarity you've been building in silence can finally take shape in the world. You've outgrown something, and listen, it might feel like a loss, and oh my God, it might feel like a really true loss, but it's not that. It's not a loss, okay? It's realistically growth in it, all right? So you clear out the space, growth can come in and happen, all right? Now, thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. Drop a comment if this resonated, or come back later this month and let me know how things are unfolding for you. Now, remember, I also release weekly astrology updates, and there's always more to explore here. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And listen, I'm wishing you a clear, grounded, and empowering December. You deserve nothing less, Aquarius. But until next time, take care and bye.